My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here. Right, today is October 10th, 2021, and it's 8:30 a.m. I just finished read some tweets, and within the tweets there are two articles that I come across that the squad have shared, and I'm making it two videos, and the links will be in the description. So this one is about BetterUp for Harry, and the other article will be about Meghan from Ebony article in 2016. Alright, so let's start with this one. BetterUp, the coaching startup that hired Prince Harry, nearly triples its valuation. Alright, let's see here. Okay, that's it. It has been a whirlwind 2021 for BetterUp. Okay, the mental health and employee coaching startup finally became a unicorn in late February. Some 8 years after its founding, roughly a month later, it hired Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, as its chief impact officer. Then in September, the company made its first two acquisitions, snapping up an Amsterdam-based employee performance software business and praise in San Francisco-based analytic company Motive Software. All right. So I need to be a subscriber to read it. All right, $6 per month. Yeah. So yeah, you know what? I'll leave that here. I'll leave it here. So the link will still be in the description. If you guys want to continue reading it, go ahead. But it's not something I read all the time, so I don't know anything about that. So that's something completely different. But for this article will be in the description. I don't have any, I'm not a PACE member for me to know. So that's all I'm going to say about that. All right, so let me go to the Ebony magazine. This is it. All right, the link also will be in the description. All right, Meghan Markle suit up for success interview, February 29, 2016. Oh, I love this picture. Whew. If Harry sees this, Anyway, let's see here. To say that Meghan Markle is beautiful would be stating the obvious, but the actress is as beautifully demure, down to earth, and quite simply kind in a way that is both refreshing and rare in our selfie-obsessed age of, quote, me, end quote, best known for her role as Rachel Zane on Suits. TV viewers also may have seen her on the big screen in Horrible Bosses or Remember Me. Okay, I meet Markle at one of downtown Toronto's private club after what she explained has been a long day of back-to-back meeting and contract signings. It's evident the day has been trying, but she graciously allows me to select our wine and share plate options before we get down to business. Okay, actress, editor, daughter, friend, dog owner, UN Global Ambassador. Her list of title is extensive. There it is, before we even meet Harry. Markle responds hesitantly as I inquire about all the hats she wears. Quote, I don't sit around thinking about my titles and roles. And guess what? Same thing with the Oprah thing too, where they say, her only thing she cares about is being a mom. But all the thing that she was worrying about is the safety of her kids and her husband. That's what came to mind. Look, this happened before that Oprah interview, years before the Oprah interview, but that's what I'm getting from that. So she hasn't changed. All right, some of you don't like that, but let me continue reading. Okay, I don't sit around thinking about my titles and roles. I just do what feels right. End quote. She says, newly appointed as ambassador for World Vision Clean Water Champion, she was reluctant at first to take on another project. Quote, they sent me the pitch. I did that gut check, and when I read the proposal, okay, what they wanted to do in these communities in Rwanda, I had chills. How could I turn that down? End quote. All right. Let's see here. Build a well, and young girls don't have to walk all day to gather water, making them less susceptible to trafficking and affording them the opportunity to get an education. Still, World Vision take a step further with their watercolor project. After teaching the community to use the well, the children take a cup of their well water to create watercolor paintings of what they want to be when they grow up. It gets them thinking farther into the future to what a life of their choosing might look like. As I'm reading this, I'm thinking of the kitchen. Okay, the hub kitchen. All right, they sent her to do one thing, and then out of that she think of something else. All right, that's the quick thinking of her. My goodness. Let's see here. Quote, we have this life source that opens up such a sense of hope and creativity for these children, plus healthier lives to everyone in the community. It's amazing. End quote. Markle conclude with a smile. With all of her travel and extracurriculars, it's a wonder the actress finds downtime. Quote, it's a challenge without question. End quote. She states, posing to close her eyes and delight in a bite of extra spicy grilled calamari. Quote, last year I learned the art of saying no. Wow. Wasn't she? Wait, I'm telling you, maybe Princess Diana was saying, be prepared to say no. Be prepared to say no. There's going to be things coming. The hurdle. My goodness, a year before, okay? And that was it in 2016? She met Harry? All right. I'm telling you, Diana was guiding her. But anyway, speculation again. Last year, I learned the art of saying no. Everyone tells you to strike when the iron is hot, which is hard not to get sucked into. This is how so many young actors get so caught up with the life of Hollywood. You know, the glamour of things pop up their head, and then when the light, the spotlight is not shining on them, they went crazy. But if you down to earth, you be humble. Look at the twin sisters. What is it? Tia Mowry, and what's her other sister's name? All right, so yeah, that's what came to mind as I'm reading this. But anyway, all right, let's see. With all of the travel and extracurricular, it's a wonder the actress finds downtime. Quote, it's a challenge without question, end quote. She states, posing to close her eyes and delight in a bite of extra spicy grilled calamari. Quote, last year, I learned the art of saying no. Everyone tells you to strike when the iron is hot, which is hard not to get sucked into. There comes a time when we need to say, quote, I have to take some time for me. Wow. I'm saying wow because of what happened in the UK. I came to a point where I didn't feel like I had a moment to breathe. So I had learned to gradually give myself some quietude. End quote. What are some of the particular things this busy woman does to stay grounded and remind herself to focus? Quote, I love Russell Simmons' meditation made simple app. It really encourages you to quiet your mind. From a practical sense, I've learned to vacate on a plane, which is huge because I travel so much. Interesting. As I'm reading this, I'm thinking of the BetterUp thing here. All right, the app that her husband is part of. All right, that's that. Avoiding flight with Wi-Fi. She allows herself a few hours of recharge time, watching movies or enjoying a glass of wine. Quote, it's a little thing that feels like minutiae. But at the end of the day, I can perform everything else so much better. And quote, Marco muses, quote, at this point of my life, everything I'm doing, I'm really passionate about. Wow. Okay, so even when it's exhausting, I still enjoy it because it's a purpose driven. But I've also realized that if I didn't find that inner quiet, my inner peace, I might not be able to do all. I may not be able to do it all. Now, at the end of a crazy day, I can sit down with a good friend, take a load off, breathe a sigh of relief, let go, and begin anew. And as I was reading some of the things that I said, that she said here, one of the things that I've said in one of my videos is that I don't see myself, okay, doing some of the things Harry and Meghan are doing. Why? Because I'm not passionate that much about this, some of the things. So they have to be passionate about it. Harry have said it, and Obama and the Obama Foundation.
My grandmother had to rewrite the rule books to a certain extent. My father, my mother have also done it their way, and now we're the younger generation coming through, trying to do it our way, because the world has changed so much. We believe that by streamlining and by bringing people together in order to effect real positive change is the only way forward. And it worked for previous generations, and we will always say yes to becoming patron of a charity that we believe in and that we're incredibly passionate about. But I think in today's world, you have to be involved with things that make sense to where your passions lie, rather than potentially turning up to a charity once a year. I don't think that's necessarily beneficial to anybody.
And here, there's Meghan saying it in that interview. So that pretty much perfect couple to meet, to do the things that they're doing. It doesn't look like work for them. They enjoy doing it. So let's say, for instance, if I go and work for them, and I'm doing, obviously it will be for money, but the passion that they have behind it, it will not be the same for me. For me, it will be a job, okay, to get a paycheck. For them, they're doing it because they enjoy it. They probably stay up all night talking about what's the next thing they're gonna do. And then once they come to a conclusion with it, they bring Mandana in, sorry, I'm pronouncing her name wrong, Mandana in to bring her into what they were thinking, this kind of thing. So they're passionate about it. Okay, LA born and raised, Markle is an only child to a black mother and a white father. Quote, my mom is a yoga instructor, 100% black with dreadlocks, and quote, she reveals. See, that's the thing. She's not ashamed about it. All right, quote, and when people find out that that girl on suit is her daughter, there is often this disconnect and sometimes disbelief. It took me a long time to find myself. She's being honest with everything that she does. There's no hiding. My goodness. I'm telling you, Miss Doria raised a perfect human being. Opinionated youth, her mother allowed her to explore the thing that will bring her happiness. Quote, flower, you will find your practice. End quote, she will say. Looking intense, Markle said, quote, there are days where I'm stressed out and think, I have to hit my mat. I need to work through my stuff and quiet my mind. My health benefits and all that other stuff come afterward. Okay, a natural beauty and a gifted actress, being biracial, often left her in a gray place on the cusp of both worlds, but being neither black enough or white enough while auditioning led her being turned away for roles all too often. Quote, I could get into twice as many rooms, but was turned down twice as often as many of my peers, end quote. She says, quote, it's that dichotomy that we can go through. Quote, what are you? Where do you fit in? I want to put you in this box and I want you to stay there. I'm telling you, she was preparing to be in the royal family. I get that so many people have it worse than I do, but it took me deep into my 20s to come to the realization that I am enough exactly as I am, and I don't have to be more or less of anything for other people. Little did Markle know so many years ago that the age of no was about to be turned on its head with her fortuitous appointment as Rachel Zane on the legal drama Suit. Recently picked up for a 6th season, the role will open up a whole new chapter in her life, including relocating to Toronto, where the series is filmed. USA Network is known for being a little darker, edgier, without relying on the typical television tropes of blue sky and picket fences, and a proven commitment to diversified casting. Quote, Gina Torres plays Jessica Pearson, and she's the head of the firm. Markle notes, quote, many other networks will have cast that role as a white man, That's something to, yeah, that's true. It's important to keep in mind this was 6 years ago, before Scandal and the other Shondaland show that currently dominate our flat screen. Quote, Rachel was cast as the dream girl, and in real life, that girl didn't look like me. Alright, she was blonde and blue eyes, not some biracial. Can't tell what she is, girl. Alright, Rachel Zane is always impeccable dressed, but when asked about her own personal style, the actress seemed shy, blushed, and said, quote, maybe she's born with it, maybe she's an Instagram filter. But anyway, let me say, with a soft laugh, quote, with Facetune and these other apps where every bit of yourself is wrapped, it worries me that young girls are comparing themselves to what is often a false reality. The smoke and mirrors, I feel confident most of the time. But there are days where I meet a stranger and I have that self-doubt thinking, oh man, they must feel really let down that I don't look like Rachel Zane. Yep, okay. You'll find much of Markle's inspiration on her website, The Tig, covering food and wine, fashion, and travel. The site is unpretentious and accessible to everyone. Quote, on the show, people see me $5,000 Tom Ford skirt, but that's not what I have in my closet at home. I never want to lose touch with reality. I won't push $100 candle just because. I realized that I could create a hub of positivity and affirmation. End quote. With the Tig, Markle get to be more than just another face on the red carpet. Quote, what I do for a living, says someone else, words believably. Now I get to say my own word, and I try to remain authentic and in the way I live my life. Ad-free with a clean aesthetic and website feel calm. Quote, I want Tig to be like a friend that always there for you. A great place that makes you feel good. There is a theme of pleasant quietude and gratefulness that pervade this interview on pondering what's to come. She light up and confesses that she never imagined a life as amazing as hers has turned out. Quote, look at where it is now. All right, to try to dream of what more it can be. I can hardly conceive of it. It's not so much about setting goals for things because I trust that with my temperament and my drive, these beautiful things will continue to manifest. We end on a quiet, somewhat contemplative note that she says, quote, as my friend Gina reminds me, honey, you gotta leave room for magic. Wow. That was nice. Okay, the link will be in the description. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share, and see video 1 where I read the tweet that sort of prompted me to come into and read that article. All right, please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. Thanks. It's unbelievable. They, you know, plus the government is doing their share too of doing their nonsense with immigrants. So yeah, why go places that they don't want you? And that's, as I'm saying this, there's a video I want to make. It's gonna take time. I need to do research about what is it, South Korea. I need to research about a little bit, not so much about Haiti, but to show some sort of connection of what Haiti could be. If they put their heads together. If you look at South Korea, for instance, or something, it's something I've been thinking about, but I need to do a little bit more thing to show the connection. But because every time I talk, I say something about Haiti, I get some people get so defensive. But when you look at Haiti now, it's just that people are not together. They're not putting their heads together. I'm throwing it out there. But if you show me something otherwise, let me know. But as a country, they're not together. And I think the motto is something, unity, create force or something like that. So they should go by their motto. They're not at that right now. And you see Trump is, demonizing them. Some silly stuff, that stupid things that he's saying to put the country down. But if Haiti knows their culture, their history, they should be proud of it. That's something I need to look at. That's the idea behind what I want to do and put that video together. But it's going to take me time to put that together. All right. Look at this. I pretty much sums up what I want to do with the video. But anyway, let me go to the next tweet. All right. I'm already 27 minutes here. Next tweet.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
We ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better